Hello everyone, good afternoon. This is Inga and I wanted to do a video today that's called ugly art, because we all suffer from it. We all have things that don't turn out as we plan, and so do I. You know, sometimes you may think, if you look at my Instagram, that all I do is create nice things, but nothing is further from the truth. And I have ugly art as well. And for me, it's like I'm on a roll. I create, and I love what I'm doing. And then all of a sudden, everything stops. And all I seem to be able to do is create ugly art. So for me, it started with these. These are the tags. You know, I'm also a part in a group of women, and we exchange things. And for collage, vintage collage, it's a bit of you know, a group of ladies, and we found each other, and it's a lot of fun. But we had to make fall tags, autumn tags, and I thought, like, you know what, I really want to do the spooky things, and I had it in my head. But for some reason, whatever was in my head did not go on paper. And so I've been struggling. The only one I really like is this one. And the rest is just, nah, these are obviously not finished. And that's just because I can't seem to put myself to finish them. So I put them aside and felt, you know what, I can do a lot of other things and maybe it will get to me. So I watched Janine Siemering's video, and she made the lovely page with the door and the tree. And I thought to myself, I can do that too. Surely I can do that. Well, it didn't go as planned. I couldn't put away the edges nicely. I didn't blend very well. Then I used my gelatos, and and you know what? I thought it was a mess. And then the paper came off when I tried to rub things off with a baby wipe. And so, as you can see, I tore it. It went all the way into the garbage bin. And I took it out for you guys. And as I was pushing this together, putting this back together, I thought, you know what? I mean, it wasn't the best, but I could have done things with it. And that's, I think, a lot of the times we judge ourselves so harshly. We think it's not good enough. We are definitely not going to take a picture and show it to everyone else, because their work is so much more beautiful than ours. But that's not true. That's like the voice in your head that, you know, is lying to you. I mean, because if I look at it now, I think, you know what, I could have salvaged this. I could have done things. And sometimes you just have to lay it away for a while, maybe a day, maybe 2 days, maybe a week. And then when you come back later, you think, hey, you know what, if I just put a layer of a clear gesso on top, I can start building up again. I'm really bad. I feel a bit ashamed that I tore this up and threw it away. But you know what, I did, and it's really bad now. I can't, because it's already so thick. So yeah, this goes in the bin. Or I could put it on the wall and save it as a reminder that sometimes things do not go as planned. So, you want to see more of my fails? Let's go. I'm on a roll. So the other night I wanted to make backgrounds with the smooshing distress ink technique, and I made these, all 3 of them. A pumice stone, a weathered wood, a little bit of what's that called? Victorian pink, something is, I don't know. It's the beautiful pink color, because I thought it would match the little personas. And these turned out great. I thought, you know what, just put them aside. And then I had this one, and I really wanted to do something with it. And I had this little beaver. I thought it was an otter, but hey, you know what? I'm not really good at my animals. And as you can see here, it was partially underwater. So I started to paint it a little bit, and then I lost the flowers, and then it became even more ugly. And then, you know, I figured, you know, I do a little bit of white on top to mimic the waves. And I do that here too as well. And it just became uglier and uglier. And then I figured, you know, let's put a border around it. And it became even more uglier. So halfway through, I discovered, you know, maybe I can put these little frogs here. Because they're sort of pinkish. That goes together. And I can hide a little bit of the scene. And that's when it wasn't really doing it for me. But I'm going to finish this. I asked you guys, what can you do? So I think maybe that this was a tree. Well, it looks like one, so you know what? But it's not. I did paint this back into the original color. Oh, my cat is saying hello. So if you see a little tail or her completely on camera, she wants to say hi. Hi, honey. Hey, Leafy. This is my sweetheart, and I cannot. I mean, it's my little baby. Hi, honey. Yeah, everyone is happy to see you. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit more shadow in here as well. And I'm going to put a little bit more of stamping in. And then, you know, that's it. I think it should be done. I can't really, because some of you suggested, put a little bit more trees behind this or some foliage. I don't really know how to do that. And my watercolor skills are horrible. So I think I'll just go as is and do it. So I had two more, these. Orange and pink, you know, to fit the little personas. But I think, oh my gosh, they're horrible. They're absolutely horrible. I tried to fix this one with paint on top and brown. And then I didn't like the brown, so I put more paint on top. And you know what? They're not horrible. They're just not what I had in mind. So what I'm going to do, because I wanted to put this here, and I didn't know what to do else. And then I did so much to it, thought, well, maybe here, yeah, that could work because the orange goes well. I think I'm just gonna go make a card out of it. Put the little birdie on top, and yeah, I don't know, maybe something else. So everything you do, you can save. Or, you know, if you can't save it, well, then just throw it out. It's just paper. But don't beat yourself up, because the most important thing is that you have fun while you're doing things. And, you know, don't be discouraged if not everything works out as the way you planned or the way you wanted to. I mean, Janine and Marta, they have been crafting for years and years. I mean, Janine makes so many videos. It's ridiculous. And I can't do those things. I have other skills, but not this. But I'd like to learn. And I'm not going to give up just because a couple of pages went bad. So this is what we're going to do. And as for this one, well, I figured I go back to what I know. And that is vintage. So I figured maybe I can make a little play, you know, use some beautiful things, and then put this little girl here. So that's what I'm going to do, and not today, because then the video will be way too long. I'm going to finish first what I have, and that's this one. So hopefully you like what you see, and if not, well, then this was a very short video for you. Let me see if I can pick the right color. That's always a problem, a little bit. I'm thinking I might go with a little bit of brown bark. Yeah, that's, I think, a good color. Like Marta, I love intense, because you don't really need a lot of water to react them. And there's no clear gesso over here or something like that. So I'm working directly on top of the paper, the collage paper, the background, and I'm going to put my shadow here, because this is where the darkest things are. And unlike what I said in the previous video, I'm now also going to do it here, because I really want this to stand out, you know. There we go. Oh, hey Lily. Oh, you're done. Bye-bye. It's because she hears me talk and she thinks I'm talking to someone. And she's always curious to know. And if you think you've had too much water, well, basically, just rub it off on a towel. And I like to spread it out a bit. You know, I don't want harsh lines. Sometimes they can be good, but like this, I really want it to be a bit faded. Oh, my head is probably again in the way. That's not good. And if you think, because you can see on the collage paper, it takes much better with the color. I just directly wet the tip. And here as well. Yes. So for those of you who are trying really hard and feel like, you know, it's not working. Yes, it is. You're practicing. You're getting better every day. And show us your work. We'd love to see it. Nobody started out an expert. Yeah, you see? Perfect. That is really good. It really starts to stand out more. A little bit more here. And we're going to do the same thing. Now, because I wet this, if I do this, I get a really big fat brown line. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take it again from the pencil and then go straight here. See? You get so much color from these pencils. They're amazing. Rinse the color off and then just go in with water to dilute it. You have to be quick here because it is watercolor paper, and Intense is ink. It's not watercolor, and it's hard to once it dries. They say it's permanent. Now I've seen reviews where it wasn't really. There you go, a little bit away. But yeah, so that's better. It stands out just a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to do it here because I want to get rid of those weird lines there. The thing is, I already glued the beaver as first, and then I realized, oh, I meant to put the flower and the leaf back, and the head wasn't really attached yet, so I could manage that. But this was a disaster all over. Gives me stress. And then at night, Marta was doing her live, and I had to go to bed because, you know, my alarm clock goes at 5:30 in the morning, and I really want to be in time. But I'm going to finish watching it today. Hey, I see a little droplet. Now, the distressings always keep reacting. So if you have like, if you do put a lot of water on here, it will react again. And you can actually take some color away. So this is the only thing I don't like about distressings, that you can get sort of like these edges, you know? I hope you can see it. But so you have to be really careful to sort of blend it in the background. Okay, let me see. What else do we need? A little bit here. Yeah, but not brown. I think brown is not the right color. Let me see if I have a little bit. What is this? Iron green. Yeah, I think that will work. I think my kitty wants to go outside, but unfortunately the door is closed because she was on my bed asleep. And, yeah, she's just gonna have to wait until we're done. And I would love to hear from you. I mean, if you struggle sometimes with your art, or, you know, if you're insecure about showing it to others, please let me know in the comments, because, you know, we should support each other. And, yeah. And another thing is that what really sort of keeps me sometimes from just trying is that, you know, these books are gorgeous and you're maybe afraid to cut into them because you don't want to ruin it. And then if you're not really sure if what you're making is going to be good enough, that can be an extra hurdle, you know, to stop you from creating. But the thing is, it's just paper. You can get a new one. Okay, maybe if you're on a budget, it might take you a while. I'm just going to a little bit, because it's not, it might take you a while, and that's okay. But please don't let that stop you from trying things. I know how you feel. I have the same thing with Tim Holtz, you know. I have all this ephemera and it's just laying there because I'm afraid to use it. And so last year I thought, no way, I'm hoarding it and I'm not using it. So please use your stuff, even if it's to make ugly art, because you learn from everything you do. You learn. So it's, yeah, you can see it a little bit better. What can we do to it? I don't know. You know what? I think I'm going to call it quits this time. It's just a short one. I'm going to think about it, and maybe I'll come back and then show you the end result. Or if not, then this is it, and I'm going to move on to the other one. Thank you for watching, and I'd love to hear from you.